In Chapter 8 of Frankenstein, it begins as Justine confesses to killing baby William. Then, Victor and Elizabeth both go to visit Justine to see why she has confessed to this crime. She tells them that there was no way she could proclaim her innocence over the insurmountable evidence against her. Justine is later executed, and Victor feels guilt and remorse because of this horrible tragedy that has come to pass. In Chapter 9, Victor says, "Sleep fled from my eyes. I wandered like an evil spirit, for I had committed deeds of mischief beyond description horrible, and more, much more was yet behind. This state of mind preyed upon my health. It was during an access of this kind that I suddenly left my home, and bending my steps toward the near alpine valleys, sought in the magnificence, the eternity of such scenes, to forget myself in my ephemeral. The immense mountains and precipices that overhung me on every side, the sound of the river raging among the rocks, and the dashing of the waterfalls around spoke of a power mighty as omnipotence, and I ceased to fear or to bend before any being less almighty than that which had created and ruled the elements, here displayed in their most terrific guise. A tingling, lost, long sense of pleasure often came across me during this journey. I spent the following day roaming through the valley. I remembered the effect that the view of the tremendous and ever-moving glacier had produced upon my mind when I first saw it. It is a scene terrifically desolate. The pines are not tall or luxuriant, but they are somber and add an air of severity to the scene. I finally reached the top of the mountain, and I suddenly beheld the figure of a man, advancing toward me with superhuman speed. He bounded over the crevices in the ice among which I had walked with caution. "Devil!" I exclaimed, "do you dare approach me? And do not you fear the fierce vengeance of my arm wreaked upon your miserable head? Begone, vile insect!"
"I expected this reception,"
said the demon.
"All men hate the wretched. How then must I be hated, who am miserable beyond all living things? But be calm, my creator. I entreat you to hear me before you give vent to your hatred on my devoted head. Have I not suffered enough that you seek to increase my misery?"
And eventually, after this confrontation, Frankenstein is convinced by the monster to hear what he has to say over the flickering firelight.